Hi, my name is Chinesi, and I'm with
Jenna.
Yes, this is HBHT, and we're gonna talk about testimonies today.
Woo!
Yeah!
Hey guys, so we're gonna first talk about how this podcast came to be. So Chinesi, how did this podcast come to be?
I always loved like being able to share the gospel and how the Lord has changed my life, and being able to um, reach that to like whoever needs to listen, especially testimonies. I always wanted to cover that because testimonies are such a
No, for real, bro.
amazing thing, because it's like there's pain in our suffering, but like even though we go like how the Lord can use that, and like change our lives from the inside out. And I think that's really like, I know testimonies can relate to people, and like when other people cannot be related. So I think that's really cool. That's my opinion. I always
Yes.
like wanted to do this actually. So
Yeah.
it's like really cool to have the opportunity to talk to you and all of you guys, and be able to share that, what the Lord has done and how loving He is. So, what about
Yes.
you?
Bro, for sure. I love that. I think I've been really into my podcast era lately. I think I love talking about God and talking about like what He's done for me. And I think when I came up with this idea, me and Chinesi always have like
really
the
good
best conversations
I definitely agree with
together.
that.
And
That's
I
definitely the
think
Lord.
it would be great to put a camera in front of it and
Yeah.
record it, because I think the Lord could use our conversations.
Yeah, and change someone's lives.
Yeah.
Um,
So before we get into more of why the podcast came to be, Chinesi, how did we meet?
Okay, so how we met? Oh, this is so funny. So we met at the in college, my freshman year, 24, and it was a BSM event. It's like student Baptist, student Baptist. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, Baptist student ministry, my bad. Yeah. And we had they had all these events for welcome week. First welcome week, we had game night, ultimate game night, and I got to meet this girl at one of the tables, and we were playing this pit game, and we were just like, yeah, it was pit. It was like we had to yell at each other, and that's the first. And I was like, why are we yelling so much? This is so passionate.
Bro, I don't remember anything about that game except that there was a bell.
Yes.
And that we were all yelling at each other and passing cards.
Yeah, but I remember Jenna so distinctly because like where I was from, I'm in Austin area, and around Austin, and I remember not seeing a lot of blue eyes, and I was just so in awe. Like I was looking at her eyes for a while, and I think I scared her for a little bit. I don't know what she was thinking, but I was like, wow, this girl, like I can, when I love looking at people's eyes because I can really see like if they had to. She had a lot of joy in her eyes and like was filled with light, and I was like, there's something different with her, and I was like, okay, she's really cheerful, and then that after that game night, I had really good experience. And she texted me back, and I was like, oh, okay, I got to text her back.
Well, she texted me first.
Oh yes.
No, okay, so I got her number because I was obviously trying to pour into her.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. But I was trying to pour into her and keep her coming to the BSM. So I remember being so excited when she texted me.
Yeah.
Because she was like, hey, what did you say?
Hey, it was really awesome talking to you and getting know you better. Hopefully see you around.
Yeah, and I was so excited.
Yeah, well, she was.
Actually, this was my sophomore year of college, and this is right after freshman year. So me and my roommate Karis, we were so scared to talk to new freshmen. And when I got Chintzy, I was like, oh, this is my freshman. And then she texted me, and I was like, I did a good job! Yay!
And she did great. She did really great. And that was really awesome. Because it's really scary, especially when you're going into college. Like every freshman feels this uneasy. You're away from home, and like some people are away from home like 6 hours or more, depending on if they're coming in out of state. And it's like the nerves, and it's like scary, but it's like a new experience, and being able to be in the community and like meeting her and all these other people, it was just really awesome to like see the Lord at work in an environment that I've never been in. So I was a little scared. I was a little timid. I was like, this is not real. They're all acting right now, but that goes into my testimony later. So yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy night.
Yeah.
I don't remember much of it. I remember I had to put myself out there because I am very much introvert. I'm not used to making the first move. So, yeah, that was a great night.
Yeah, it was a really great night. It definitely changed a lot, and I think it was just the start of something amazing, and the Lord, great friendship, and like when I first looked at her eyes, like I always go to this, but like this is so deep, like you don't even understand. If you get to know, like talk to me or see me, I love analyzing people, not in a bad way to assume, but I love analyzing like just how amazing God has like made this person, and like see how amazing he is and intentional and bring people together in a community and be able to worship him. I think that's really cool. And yeah, and I was just like, wow, this girl is like a woman of God. And I was like, I'm so far from that. But like the Lord meets us where we're at in like just unknown places. So it rocked my world. So
it was a great time.
It was a great time.
If you're in college, which you probably are if you're watching this, you should go find a BSM because they're a great community.
Yeah, definitely. Or any other like that really is Christ centered.
Any community like a church. Just find people,
a body of believers.
Yeah, body of believers who love Jesus and are your age.
Or your age. Yeah, that you can really like relate to, and but also like it's getting out of the comfort zone is also the hardest.
Yeah,
so it's definitely the Lord's so intentional and bringing us here, and he's intentional in everything. Like if I sum up one word, it'll be intentional, because I don't know, like he aligned everything to he has good plans and aligned everything to his will. So yeah, and she's now like one of my best friends in our for life.
Who knew that this girl that I was so scared to talk to would become like one of my best friends?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, let's get into why we named the podcast.
Yes.
Hanging by his thread. Why did you do that, Chintzy? What's the story behind that?
The story behind it is is that there's a story there's a story in the Bible where this sick woman is like really sick for how many years? Like a long time.
It was
like 30 years
12,
or so.
12 years.
12 years, yeah. It was a long time. It's more than a decade.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, it was more of a decade.
It was a long time.
Yeah.
She was like bleeding out.
Yeah, definitely. She was sick, and like she was like she heard this Jesus dude that was coming by her town, and she's like, I'm gonna go, like I want to go because I like this. I tried. I bet she tried everything, and that's us. Like tried everything to cure her sickness, and she hears this guy that can heal, and I'm like, and she was like having so much faith, and there was like a lot of crowd in the town because Jesus was popular, you know, he was healing people and he was doing all these things, you know. So I thought that was really cool. And she came and like she wanted to touch only one like thread of his garment, and just that her faith and just like I could touch one thread of the garment, that's enough to heal me. And eventually she did. Jesus felt the power like get away from him.
It was like stripped away from
yeah,
him.
Swept away from
it
him.
wasn't, to clarify, it wasn't a thread. That's a different story.
Oh, it's a
Yes,
different story?
it was.
Oh, Bill, you
Okay,
should stop
so
me.
she touched his, like, she was fighting through like the whole crowd,
Yeah.
and she touched his garment,
The
and
garment.
then he was like, "Oh, who touched me?" And then she was like, "What did she say?" She's like, "I've been sick for many years."
Yeah.
And then he looked down and he's like, "Child, your faith has healed you."
Yeah.
And then
that's the story that we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Same story.
Same story.
But the funny thing about this is how we came up with the name. Well, actually, it was an Instagram reel, right?
Yeah, it was an Instagram reel.
Because there was a girl who was like, your life could be like falling apart.
Yes.
But if you're hanging on to like
his thread.
Oh, sorry. If your life is hanging on by a thread, but if you're hanging on to his thread, then
it's okay.
It's okay. You're gonna be okay.
You're gonna be okay.
Yes, but the funny story about this is one day, me and Tennessee and our friend Yaya were over here, and we were watching one of our favorite shows.
Yes,
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks, you know.
And it was season 2 where they're trying to steal the cross.
Yes,
like the golden cross of San Domingo or something like that.
Yeah.
They're trying to get that, and this lady, like, there's like apparently a shroud of Jesus in there, and one of us was like, man, that shroud, it's not the shroud, bro. It's the man. Yeah. I think that was me. Yeah. I was like, bro, this girl was sick. Like, she was trying to find some cure to like fix her illness, and she was like, this cross, within that cross has this like cloth and this like thread. Yeah, she was looking really hard. Really hard. Cloth, and I was like, "Go! You need to calm down. That's not. It was that. It's not the cloth. It's the man." And then we were like, "Bro, we should start a t-shirt company because that would go crazy. That would go crazy hard." And then we decided to do a podcast. Yes, and here we are. Yes, here we are. So it's a funny story. Yeah, that was a funny story, but we thought that would be a great name because I definitely agree. That's a great unique name. Yeah, and that tells a story. I told my stepdad Charlie earlier. I was like, "We're starting a podcast," and he was like, "Oh, what's it called?" I was like, "It's called Hanging by His Thread." He's like, "Ooh, that's a good name." And I was like, "You get what I'm putting down?" He was like, "I get what you're putting down. That's a good name." Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I definitely agree. Like, just being like that name is also like it resonates with everyone, you know. Like, we have seasons of like, oh my goodness, like I'm not, I don't even know if I can like continue, you know. But like, if I hold on to like his thread of his garment, like that's be enough, you know. And it's like having that faith, and it's like, wow, even it's like everything could be like stripped away, like everything in your life could be taken away, but if you have like Jesus, if you're hanging on by that thread, then you're okay. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah. That's how the name came to me. Yes, it was pretty pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Next.
So
Testimonies.
So main portion we really I really wanted. This is my favorite part is the testimonies, and I always thought that testimonies were just lame and wasn't really important until I got to college. But like testimonies is just a story, a story of how like the Lord has brought you through trials and tribulation to get to where you're at right now. And I think everyone's in a different spiritual journey, and it's really cool to see where everyone's at, and get to share that story with you guys. So, yeah. Do you want to start, or do you want me?
You can start.
Alrighty. So, like I said, testimonies is the before how I got to know Christ, and after Christ. So before Christ, I was a mess. I was a
mess.
Yeah, I was a mess. I was adopted from China when I was 6 years old by an amazing family. Um, Came to the United States and really got to um, be loved by a Christian family. I was raised in a Christian home, and but I felt like it was like a chore. Like I knew who Christ was, and it's like taught by me every single day and night. And I was like, but it didn't really. It was all head knowledge. It didn't really go to my heart. Travel down to my heart. And I try to fill that void of just despair and like abandonment, where I felt like God abandoned me. So that abandonment brought root to a lot of things like jealousy and anger and just unwanted feelings of unworthiness. And like it was so hard. And but the Lord was still there, even though I didn't feel Him. He was still there and still persistent and still um, trying to just hold me, even though I was like, step away from me, one arm's reach away, you know. So, but so like I was so angry a lot with God and the people that He placed, and that anger destroyed a lot of relationships. It's destroyed my foundation, who Christ was, and myself too. So I try to fill that void with athletics. Try to be the best athlete. Do everything. Run. Um, Exercise, play soccer, play basketball. I try to do it all, do it all to fill that void that was non-existent. Even though I knew who Christ was, I was a lukewarm Christian for so long until I was in college, and college changed a lot of my life. I met, like I said before, I I came to the BSN, but before the BSN, I had to make a choice of what ministry or college ministry I wanted to go into, and I almost did not go to the BSN. It just had a lot of events and stuff, but I was gonna go to a different organization that wasn't that. But I was not sure at where they were meeting at, so I was like, it's on campus, so why not?
What was it?
It was.
Was it Alpha Chi Alpha?
No.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, no.
Or was it KFC?
It was KFC and some
That's
other
like
place.
right next to
it's right next to, yeah. They weren't bad.
So,
it's just
It's a miracle that you didn't find it.
Yeah. Well, it was KFC, but also like there was another one, but they were meeting at Sipsy's, and they had a really good impact. And I couldn't find it, but eventually I just led to the BSM, and I was like ultimate game night. I met Jenna, and I met Kira, and I met
Kira's one of our other
really good best friends.
She's my other freshman.
Yeah,
Kira, if you're watching this,
we love you. She's at camp right now.
Yeah, she probably won't be watching this.
Yeah. But she.
I don't even know if she knows we're doing a podcast.
She does. She liked the story.
Oh, right.
I think. So yeah, she did. So, but there's Kira, and then I got picked up or discipled by Sammy. And discipleship is a one-on-one or one or two, just going through life and like growing with my walk with Christ, and she's able to pour into me and keep me accountable for all the things. And I started discipleship with Sammy, and I first of all I was like, I don't know what discipleship is and all this, so I didn't really take it seriously at first. But I was like, I really wanted to build my relationship with Christ, and she has been such an impactful person in my life, in my spiritual walk. And I'm so grateful for her, and so grateful for the Lord for her, and just the people that he surrounded me in freshman year, because I needed a lot of encouragement, because when I walked into that door, I was so prideful and arrogant, because I was like, I know who Christ is. I know I'm like saved, and I told everyone I was saved and everything like that. And then there's a lot of things that freshman year we had to go through, just a lot of change and like homesick and everything like that. And then after we do this thing called Beach Reach. It's a mission trip, and just go to South Padre to be able to share the gospel. And we did training and be able to do that. That was really hard for me. It really showed me that I was really prideful, and it showed me that like I wasn't really relying on the Lord, that as I was saying to people, and I was being a hypocrite in a way, that I was saying these things and then I wasn't following through it. And it was just the more I like wanted to know more about him, the more I realized my sin, and that I really hadn't really surrendered my life to Christ. And that was so hard, because it was like it hit my pride in my heart. And Sammy asked this question that was like, she said it 3 times. She repeated it. It was like, do you believe that you are saved, or have you really surrendered your life to Christ? And I was like, I don't know. But Beach Reach, if you ever went on Beach Reach or any mission trip, it's taxing. And
it is very like, it'll test you.
Yeah, it'll test you.
You have to stay up. You have to stay up until like 3 a.m.
Yes.
And wake up at 11 and then do ministry all day, literally like nonstop.
And you're on the heat and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you get, I guess you still get 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's
some people don't.
Like, yeah, you're like pushing your zone.
Yeah, definitely. And all my walls were down. It was a Wednesday night. I remember, and we were doing this girls like meeting, and I was like, I can't. I'm done. Like I was about in tears, and I was like, I was definitely not relying on the Lord. I was relying on my own strength and everything. And I was like, Sammy, can you come over? And she asked me that question again, and I was like, I slipped up because all my walls were down, and I was like, I believe that I've saved. And she's like, there's the difference between believing and surrendering, because in James 3, I think it talks about how like even the demons believe, but they tremble. They believe that Jesus is Lord, but they tremble because they're demons. They're afraid of Jesus because they know that Jesus has power over them, and to vanquish them essentially. And I was like, okay. So after Beach Reach, I was like, okay, I need to low key like analyze myself and realize like I am not saved. And then one day, April 1st, we had D-ship with I had D-ship with Sammy, and we had this question, like question 4. We go through this book or red book for like it's a tool we use, and she helped me through it, and I realized I wasn't saved, and that shook my world because I was like, I believed I had this mindset of like I believed in a lie that I created for myself, and I know that a lot of people have that sometimes, and I remember just replaying the conversation over and over, and I was like, Lord, I don't know what to do. Like I'm lost, I'm confused, and I was at the library for like 3 hours, and then I got hungry because my stomach will be growling like that. Growling. right, growling. So I went and I had it, yeah, and I was walking to the dining hall. I saw my friends, and I had two choices. I could go to my friends and say hi and just forget everything that happened, or I could actually have the conversation, pray, and surrender my life to Christ and make that choice. And I wanted to make that choice for myself, and I did. I did that, and I don't regret it to this day. April 1st, 540 is when I got saved by the dining hall by Elliot down there on Main, and it's been a joyride to be able to know Christ now, and I'm able to like be more joyful. Like the Lord has brought so much peace in my life, and like that wants me that wanted control, like it ceased over because I was like being able to surrender that to the Lord was really awesome, and I've been able to do ministries and be able to lead other people to Christ, and that's not for my boast, but in Jesus. So sorry, voice crack.
Yet not I.
Yeah,
through Christ.
Through Christ in me. And I think it's really special, like college ministries and everything. It's hard, but like it helped me be more bold in my faith, and the Lord just keep on growing me and being able to. I'm really fortunate and grateful to be able to pour into other people, and I never really saw that freshman me doing, and the Lord just continued to be more faithful. And this summer it's going to be amazing. And doing this podcast is going to be amazing. And I pray that the Lord's fruitful in that.
For real. Oh, amen.
Amen. That's my
Look
testimony.
Where you are now. she went from a little baby freshman looking for a ministry to join.
Yeah.
To
like a family.
Doing a podcast on a summer night.
Yeah, summer night. Yes, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So I guess it's my turn.
Yes, Jenna.
Yeah.
What is your testimony?
Yes. Well, I don't know if mine's gonna be as long.
Yeah, that's okay. I've been through a lot.
Well, I mean, it's I don't know. I'm just used to sharing the short version.
Yeah, that's okay. I think everyone should share different ways on how. Yeah, long or short, it's the same story about you and who you are.
But I think my testimony is pretty cool because it really shows like God chasing after my heart, and like Him just wanting me to know Him, and yeah. So I'll just tell it.
Yes, I love to hear it.
Yeah. So I grew up in a Christian household. I was raised in church. I went to camp, youth camp, youth, kids, kids church. Anything you can name, of church, I was there. Listened to Christian radio, anything. But I think growing up, I knew all of what I could know about church, but I think there's a difference between knowing knowing of the Lord and knowing Him and having a relationship with Him. I think I didn't realize that was happening for a long time. But I got into high school, and I think there were some times, like especially my senior year, where I was kind of drifting away from that Christian mindset. Like I was getting kind of pushed into the world and like more world, not like bad things, but like success and I guess friendships that I thought I could rely on. But my senior year, I had just finished a job called Wings in Montgomery. They closed down. The restaurant closed down. So
that's.
But I bring that up because I was working every Sunday, and it was also right after COVID. I was working every Sunday, and then when they closed down, I wasn't working anymore. And my family was kind of in between churches, but when I wasn't working on Sundays, my mom would make me go to church with them. So I started doing that, and then it's so funny because that little church, it's called Vegas Church. My whole like family goes there. All my cousins, my uncle's the pastor there. My grandma has been there since like 1980.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I show up there, and my grandma's like, "You should get on the stage." And so I tried out for the worship team, and my uncle's like, "Oh, you need to be on the worship team." So I got on the worship and started singing for church. So that kind of got me into Sunday church.
Yeah, gotcha.
Again, because I had to sit through it to be able to do worship too. So it kind of held me accountable in a way.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I did that, and then this is the crazy part, guys. A guy named Hayden Poole shows up. They just hired a new youth pastor, and that was Hayden. And can you guess where Hayden was from? Sam Houston. BSM.
Amen.
And it was really crazy. So he shows up, and of course, I'm a teenage girl. And Hayden.
Yes.
I hope he's not watching this. But if he is, it's the truth. I'm sorry, Hayden. It's not. I don't think of him like that anymore. Of course.
Yeah. Thank God.
But yeah. Ew. So yeah, Hayden showed up, and I kind of had a little teenage crush on him. So I started to go to youth on Wednesdays, with my little cousin. Her name's Avonlea. It's not really important, but yeah, just so y'all know. Yeah. So I started going to youth, and he would do like these summer Bible studies. Were really small, and he was yeah, that happened. And then a couple months later, he kind of got like a little small team of youth leaders. And that was the part that changed everything. Yeah. So he brought these 3 girls with him. One was Sammy, who Tennessee was talking about. Yeah, and Sammy just kind of like, well, it was actually all 3 of them. So it was Sammy, a girl named Haley, and Kat. And they all came. But me and Sammy clicked, like, as soon as we met, we clicked, like, hard. We were best friends instantly.
Amen.
So, I love those. Yeah, me and Sammy, like, and then after I met them, that's kind of why I started going to church. And, well, on you. I used to go, well, oh, buffer. Okay.
No, you get.
So, yeah, that when I met them, that's when I started wanting to go to church. And immediately when I met them, I was like, these people are different, and this is not like, I was like, I thought I was a Christian, but these people, they're different than me, and they live their lives different, in a way that I didn't know that was possible. So I started watching them, I guess, and learning from them, and they would slowly pour into me. And it's so funny because now that I've been in the BSM for a while, and they've taught us how to share the gospel and pour into people, I could see a lot now that they were trying to get me to God, which is so funny to me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
really use anything.
Yeah, I remember Sammy brought henna one day. We have like a henna ministry.
Yeah, we do.
Like we draw henna on people that tells a Bible story. She brought that, and now I realize she was trying to share the gospel with me, but I thought she was just trying to draw henna on me back then. And then after church one day, it was after I decided to go to Sam Houston. She was like, I'm going to show you what the 3 circles are, which is a diaphragm of like a little drawing of what the gospel is. So she showed me that, and that was another thing that I realized. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that back then.
Yeah, definitely.
And then one day after youth, she just kind of pulled me aside, and she was like, Jenna, you know how like you like you know how you like know of Lauren Daigle? Yeah. Lauren Daigle's like my favorite singer ever.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's like, there's like a difference between knowing of someone and knowing someone.
I like that. Yeah. I like that.
And she connected that with, I guess, knowing the Lord. And so that was a couple months before I got saved. But all this was kind of slowly getting to me. And then one day, it was Christmas Day. I went to church. We had like a Christmas Eve service before, so none of my family went to church with me. But I went to church because I had to do worship. So I was in church and I was listening to my uncle's sermon. And I honestly don't remember anything about that sermon except for one line that he said. And it was, when are you going to stop rejecting God?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh shoot. And then everything just kind of clicked. I was like, I'm like not surrendered.
Yeah.
I don't know God. I just know of him. And I've been rejecting him this whole time unconsciously.
Yeah, definitely.
So I got home that day and I went upstairs and I just started crying and I prayed to the Lord. I was like, all right, God, you have all of me. Like, I'm yours from now on. And now, look at me now. I literally can't imagine, like, if they didn't come to that church, my gosh, I don't know where I would be. Yeah, probably definitely not here.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I've seen God grow me so much. I've seen him just help me to be bold. He's helped me to pour into people, like definitely. Genesee, and Kira and everybody. But it was just so cool how God chased after my heart like that for so long, and really like pursued me. So yeah, that's my testimony.
Hey, I love that. I love that.
Yes.
I think the Lord's so, like I was saying, intentional and also faithful. You know, like He's not going to leave us to just throw us in the wolf's den, you know, and just like leave us, or like in a lion. But like, I think it just shows you how evident the Lord is, like in our lives and in our plans, and like it's interweaving. He's like interweaving everything, and He saw the beginning and end of our story. So it's like so cool that He's like making a path for us, and that we have the Holy Spirit, you know, that lives in us, and be able to just have a piece of Him, you know, that it's in us, you know.
So. Yeah, it's really cool. It's been really cool to see like whenever I'm having like I'm struggling with something, I just see like God reach out to me like through people and through the word and through music especially. That's a different podcast episode
Yeah,
though.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
You want to go to the next question?
Let's do it.
Alrighty, ready. So, the next question is looking back, looking at your eyes.
Right.
Your eyes. where do you where do you see the biggest personal change in yourself since you have been saved?
Yeah. I think just um I think before I came to know God, I was kind of starting to live like for the world, I guess.
Yeah.
And just live like, oh, I gotta be successful. This is what I gotta do with my life.
Yeah.
But now that I'm saved, and I've surrendered my life to God, I'm like, this is like my whole purpose in life is to serve God, and to make His name known. So now I think I just live in a lifestyle of how can I glorify God and how can I serve Him?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I really like that. I really like that. I think for me, the biggest change in me since I um, gave my life to Christ is that my anger and just feeling a lot of hatred for myself and other people. Um, like I was saying, adoption brought a lot of like a feeling of abandonment, and abandonment led to anger, and anger grew a lot, and it just kept on growing until it consumed me. And that anger, like I had fits, I had really bad fits, and I had to be put in timeout and be disciplined and take like TV privileges away and stuff like that. It was a really bad time, but the Lord was still faithful and intentional. And the anger I had, I wasn't angry at anyone, but I needed someone to be the like person, and I just lashed out and a lot, and it destroyed a lot of my relationships. It destroyed a lot of, especially with my mom and with my siblings, and in myself, in my relationship, in my walk with Christ. And anger was just, it was just seething and growing and growing. And I try to cope with exercising, playing video games, um, just anything to exhaust my mind and stop thinking about how broken I was.
Yeah.
You know,
I know.
yeah. And it was just so hard. And sometimes like I was addicted. Like anger, I feel like it's an addiction. Um, because it's just like I wanted more and more and more. I wanted the fight. I wanted the drive. Like small talk became fights, and I was like, sometimes I felt good about it, and that's bad. Um, and I'm thankful for the Lord for delivering me from that. And like now, you can't really see that, and like because the Lord has like delivered me through that from the like it took small steps to get rid of it, and the Lord's taking little by little, and like now you only see a fragment of that anger when I'm irritated.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, and it's because of the Lord. And I'm thankful. If you've never seen it, I'm thankful you don't ever want to see it, because I don't want that upon you.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a testament how God has grown you,
Yeah.
and how He's been in your life, because literally Tennessee is one of my number ones.
Yeah.
Every time I'm struggling with something, she's the first one usually I call, and she's just a great listener and a great person, a great friend.
Yeah, definitely. And I just do it because
You're definitely a great friend.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm definitely a great friend.
You're definitely a great friend.
Thank
yeah. And I think I'm just so blessed to be able to um, be able to experience the things I've experienced, even though it hurts. But I think the suffering I went through brought a lot of empathy and a lot of compassion for people, and be able to put myself in their shoes.
Yeah. There's pain. I mean, there's purpose in pain.
Yeah.
That's a different.
Yeah, that's a different episode.
That's actually one that we talked about. That's definitely gonna get talked about.
Yeah, and
so
definitely understand that.
We got some stuff.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about that, but but yeah, that's the biggest thing that the Lord has changed within me, and He's still good. He's still working. He's producing more fruit in us and the people around us and being able to pour into them and people to pour into us as well and the Lord as well. So just being obedient to what He calls us to do. And I think that's it.
I think that was a great first podcast.
Yeah, I think that's a first
Minus
podcast.
The technical difficulties.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's okay. I'll fix those.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Tennessee's excited.
I'm so excited.
I really hope y'all are excited because I think this is gonna be great.
Yes.
And I can't wait to see what the Lord does.
Yeah. And
through this.
Yeah, through this, and see if and I just pray that He our testimonies can reflect.
I hope it helped y'all in some way. Yeah. And I hope it was fun watching and good watching and so thank y'all for watching.
Yes.
And we'll see y'all next Tuesday.
This is HBHT. Bye.
We did it! Yeah!